Welcome to the domain. For the blokes, for the boys. Rex is here for you. Enter the room, be put to the test. Meet your host, Rex. This man's the best. Whether it's work or an epic fail, Rex is here to hear your tale. No cheap words, no soft lie. Hold your ground, look weakness in the eye. Rex Vayne domain, where legends ignite. Stand up straight, get back in the fight. Rex Vayne domain, this is where men are made. Stand tall, stand proud, Rex stands unafraid. Whether you need guy code here, anything goes. If you need answers, Rex Vayne knows.
Well, good day, everyone. I'm Rex Vayne, and welcome to the domain. Thank you to all our viewers for joining in and giving SFR intro as well. So, welcome to everyone with Swain Family Records. We're not just hosting shows, we are building a movement. And tonight, we are here to give some fun advice. And we actually have quite a story that was submitted to me. Very first story. Consider this a pilot episode. I don't know if it's going to stick around, but I hope it does. Shout out to Chrissy and Butcher in the comments there. I know Chrissy's fighting a big fire right now. That's a strong man out there. Huge shout out. And Butcher, yes, welcome to the domain. So, today's topic is betrayal. And betrayal is a huge topic. It can be taken many different ways. It can be done in many different ways. And it is definitely something that no one likes to go through. And all my submissions are anonymous, if they wish to be, which this one will be. So I will not name names. And if you happen to maybe potentially recognize anything in any of these stories, I do ask that you please do not call anyone out in comments. So with that said, here's the submission. Dear Rex Vayne, my brother took control of what should have been my inheritance, including the family house in Fort Worth, and roughly $300,000. After using about $200,000 on his own house and another $30,000 furnishing it, he then graciously allowed me to have only $40,000 to try to find a home. Wow, what a bloody dick. The amount was nowhere near enough to replace what I lost. I was left homeless with my new wife, while my brother enjoyed a newly purchased and fully furnished house. Even worse, I lost my childhood heirlooms, personal belongings that had been kept in the home. Those things carried memories that money could never replace. I fully agree. Totally priceless stuff, and that's a huge dick move, not even giving that back. What hurts most is not only the financial loss, but the betrayal. This was my brother, someone I believed would treat me fairly and protect what belonged to our family. Instead, I feel as though he used my inheritance to improve his own life while leaving me and my wife to struggle. Yes, I agree, Chrissy. Huge, huge dick. And not in a good way either. He seems to believe that giving me 40,000 was an act of generosity, but I do not see it that way. Yeah, it's not a bloody charity, mate. I see it as receiving a small portion of what should have been mine, while he kept and spent the rest. I am angry, heartbroken, and unsure how to move forward. Part of me wants accountability, especially for the money, the house, and the heirlooms. Another part of me wonders whether confronting him will destroy whatever remains of our family relationship. How do I deal with this betrayal without allowing the anger to consume me? And how do I decide whether preserving a relationship with my brother is even possible when he has shown me so little concern for what happened to me and my wife? That's a bloody hard answer, mate. Bloody hard answer. So, with that said, wow, that's got some thinking there. But all I'll say is when betrayal comes from inside your own bloodline, it definitely hits different. It's not just money, it's trust, history, childhood, identity. When a brother takes what is supposed to be shared and spends it on himself and leaves you and your wife struggling, that is not a misunderstanding. That is a complete violation of your trust and your relationship. You're supposed to be kin. You don't do that shit to kin. And you're allowed to feel every ounce of anger and heartbreak that comes with it. Absolutely. But here's the part that matters. You can't let that betrayal define you. You can't at all. You can't let it turn you bitter, reckless, or stuck. A man's strength isn't measured by how hard he hits back. It's measured by how hard or how he protects his peace while still standing up for what's right. It's about your honor. Clearly, your brother's got no honor. I may not look like it. And hell, I was even used for the cover of a song because I look really smug. But your brother definitely had no honor, mate. And here's the part that matters. You can't let it define you. You can't let it turn you bitter or reckless. You definitely got to, as I said, just remain true to yourself. You got two battles here, the emotional one and the practical one. Emotionally, you've got to accept the truth that your brother chose himself over you, and that's going to hurt. But acknowledging it, you can't fix any problems without acknowledging there is one. And the practicality is you have every right to seek accountability for the money, the house, and your heirlooms. Oh, excuse me a bit. Bacon I had earlier is a bit of a reflux there. But that's not revenge. Don't think of it as revenge. Think of it as just getting justice. Now, about the relationship, preserving it is only possible if he recognizes that it's a problem. Again, you can't fix a problem if nobody acknowledges there is one. Simple as that. Simple as that. It's like problems in the real world involving anything, whether it's addiction. You got to acknowledge there's a problem first before you can take steps to fix it. And you got to have the willingness to fix it too, which sounds like your brother may not. So, if he doesn't, then you're not choosing distance, you're choosing self respect. Just because he's family doesn't give him a free pass to mistreat you just because they share your last name, your bloodline, etc. So, how do you move forward? You focus on rebuilding your life with your wife, brick by brick. You protect your mental space. And you make decisions that honor your future, not his choices. He's obviously being a big stickler over it. And you remind yourself every day you were wronged, but you're not broken by it. You lost things that mattered, but you didn't lose your ability to come back from it. You deal with betrayal by refusing to let it own you, and you decide the relationship by watching his actions, not his excuses. I don't know you in person, but basically signed off a very pissed off man in Texas. Wow, of course it's in Texas. You know, I love the bloody state. Been there many years. But there was that old country song about all my exes live in Texas. I wonder why that is. Texas is just a big state. Plenty of great people, but plenty of very shitty people too, apparently. Speaking of betrayal, there actually is a song about it. It may not be about this specific situation, but I do have a song on this. And it's from one of the awesome members with Swain Family Records. Thank you for this submission, by the way. Awesome group of people there. Oh, I bet it does, Chrissy. I bet it does. I definitely agree. Oh, yes, there's a song, Butcher. There's definitely a song. It may not necessarily relate to this specific situation like songs on Confessions do. Shout out to the Confessions crew, by the way. They definitely get down with some dark and dirty details at night, that's for sure. Definitely, what's the safe word that Swain family uses? The pineapple. Makes me wonder, why a pineapple? It's a big spiky fruit. How's that a safe word? Getting hit with a pineapple would hurt big time. Anyways, here is the song, and I hope you enjoy it. That was supposed to reset there. I don't know why I didn't do that. Hold on a sec. As you can tell, that song does go pretty hard.
you in your own domain. Never asked for credit, never chased your fame. We backed your grind, your rise, your sound, but you crossed the line when you came around. You had your throne in your genre's light, but you clawed at ours like a parasite. You wanted crowns you didn't earn. You wanted fires you couldn't burn. You crept to our station, whispering lies, hoping your venom would paralyze. You thought betrayal made you bold, but your cowardice was loud and cold. You had your own kingdom, you crafted sound, but you clawed at ours like a battleground. My voice stays high, your name goes down, my song still rise while yours drown. You made your bed in a bed of knives. I shine through the wreck, you choke on your life. You pitched and stabbed us like a rat in the dark. You carved your betrayal as a coward's mark. You wanted our crown, but you couldn't compete. We roar as one. You fall to the beat. Betrayal is a bitch's move. We stayed in our lane, respected yours, but you kicked down uninvited doors. You wanted clout you couldn't build, you wanted a throne you never filled. So you ran to the one in charge with a trembling voice, shitting on our name like you had a goddamn battleground.
My voice stays high, your name goes down, my song still rise,
while yours drown.
You made your bed in a bed of life, I shine through the wreck,
You choke on your life
you snitched and stabbed us,
like a rat in the dark.
you carved your betrayal,
As a coward's mark,
you wanted our crown,
but you couldn't compete.
I'm still there,
Self-trust strong, you fall to the beat.
betrayal is a bitch's move. You crossed lines, you crossed trust, you crossed family, you crossed us, you crossed honor, you crossed code, you crossed the circle.
And flipped on our war mode. We supported your rise.
We respected your lane,
We gave you space to thrive.
but you spat on the name,
You traded truth for clout.
traded loyalty for spite,
You snitched away the shadows.
and vanished from the light. My voice stays high, your name goes down, my song still rise.
While yours drown.
You made your bed in a bed of life, I shine through the wreck,
You choke on your life
you snitched and stabbed us,
like a rat in the dark.
you carved your betrayal,
As a coward's mark,
you wanted our crown,
but you couldn't compete.
I'm still there,
Still strong, you fall to the beat.
betrayal is a bitch's move.
Goddamn right, it's a bitch's move. Now get the fuck out our way.
Wow. Holy shit, someone is mad that they got betrayed by family. I don't blame them at all. Don't blame them one bit. You don't betray your own family. You don't fuck around with your own family like that. You know, family's supposed to be there for each other, to support each other. And when you have supported, and then someone goes behind your back and pulls a bunch of shady shit like that. Oh, absolutely. And I do remember another Swain Family Record song about Karma being a bitch. But to this guy, I do hope everything gets better. Hope your brother can see the error of his ways. Hopefully everything is he gets some good healing there for you, mate. For sure. But I do not want to have this whole domain on a negative note. I'm sorry, you in the comments, you know, if you feel like you can relate. But that's the point of these shows, right? Relate to it, talk about it, comment on it, critique it, do whatever. Oh, shout out to Rebecca out there. What's up, Rebecca? Thank you for joining all the blokes here. Well, this next session of the show is called Rex's Roasts. Where we get a little bit of more fun side of things. So I figured some of these submissions were going to involve some pretty deep shit, and it has involved some deep shit. Whether people's in deep shit or about to be in deep shit. But Rex's Roast is a little segment where we talk about fails, epic fails, whether it's at work, whether it's on your holiday, or whether it's on other things. Rebecca, you think this is Midnight Confessions. Wow. How do I keep my husband happy in our marriage in the bedroom aspect? All I can say is find out what each other likes. Maybe even try something new in the book, so to speak. You ever heard of Kama Sutra? Try a new position, I guess. Go have some fun with it. And if it fails, well, just be a funny memory for y'all later. It's all about communication. Communication is the key. I've heard that mentioned in a few Swain family shows, whether it's Talking with Tanya and Beth, or whether it's Midnight Confessions, or heck, whether it's Rex Vayne himself, right over here. Do I enjoy that book? Y'all really trying to know me personal life, aren't you? Rex may have a few tricks up his own book, so to speak. I can't say I've tried anything new in that regard. Maybe that's something I might have to submit to Confessions later. Stay tuned to that show. Oh, you're very welcome. Maybe make it fun game out of it too, like play some strip poker. Who does not like a game of strip poker? Include it in some board games. Like loser has to be in this position next. Something like that. Well, on Rex Roast, we're going to watch a video. I'm not going to have the sound on, just, for liability reasons, all stupid YouTube shit. But we're going to watch some fails. I mean, not with that attitude, Butcher. That's all I can say. What did I just say about remaining confident earlier? Anywho, we're coming over to this YouTube video. I don't know what's trying to play on me. I did not push play. And please forgive the resolutions here, because I don't know why it's acting like it's doing 2 frames a second here. This is going to show a bunch of men doing stupid shit and absolutely failing at it. And since I'm going to have the sound off, I'm going to give like my little personal commentary on it, and feel free to share in the comments as well. Here you got a couple of blokes on a boat there. And then there he goes, off into the water. Gotta secure your mast there, mate. Basic ship rules 101. And men, this is why medical has job security. Okay, look, I respect those. I want to skateboard. Oh, that wasn't too bad. You fell in some soft grass. Working on some parkour here. And that's how you get a back injury, mate. And that's how you get paralyzed from the neck down. Yeah, this guy's already hurting, and this just started. So see, there you go. Maybe Karma wanted him to cool off a bit. He looked a bit heated up there. Whoa! Front wheel came off. Somebody did not do the maintenance before they rode out. Good job, parent. I blame the parents on that one. Ouch. Head barely avoided the rock there. Let me guess, failing gym equipment. We're gonna have a final destination 4 moment or 5 moment, that is. Nope. Goes flying into the fence there. Oh, got a nice TV. Oh, the kid comes up. Oh no. And there goes his nice flat screen. Kudos. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this right here. I just want to compliment that dad for remaining totally composed there and not outright slamming the kid for doing that. Huge compliment to that dad there. Whether that was the dad, brother, and I mean brother like uncle, not older brother or nothing. But I give that man huge, huge props for not going off immediately on that kid. That was some hella composition there. Way to go, mate. Way to go. Watch a little bit more. I don't have time for all of everything. And yep, that's a poor awareness there, mate. Kudos to the sign maker, though. That was a solid sign. And I'm going to pause this here. I don't got time to be playing these entire videos here. But if you notice, after that man slammed his head on the ground, he immediately had that stiffness in his arms. That is definitely a concussion. Definitely hospital visit there. So, hello there. Hello. There we go. So with that said, what's some things that these men could have done better? One, definitely having more situational awareness. The guy flying, trying to reach the pool, clearly did not have enough speed for it. And landing straight in the glass like that could have ended badly. Definitely hospital visit. And we all know how healthcare in this country sucks. Absolutely sucks. And I watched Chrissy's show earlier, and he was talking about the healthcare system over there and how that sucks too. Feelings are with you, mate. It's like you want to think that this is a free country and you have your right to choose your healthcare over here. But it's like no matter where you go, you get fucked by the system no matter what. On our next segment, unless we got some more comments out there on that. But on our next segment is something that needs to be taught more and more in schools. And that is working on your cars, working on your rides, whether you ride a car, whether you ride a bike, or whether you drive a lolly or a big semi truck, whatever you call it in your country. Basic vehicle maintenance should be taught to every single person before they get the license. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Basic things like oil changes, filter changes, changing a tire, stuff like that. You should definitely have to learn how to do all that at an earlier age. Because in the US, you can get a permit at 15. You can get a permit at 15. You can drive to work and to school with a permit. Work and school, that's pretty much it. And there's an end result to not doing a lot of this maintenance. But some of the stuff in this video, definitely people that should never have driven these cars in the first place. Some people just do not need to get a license. Absolutely, Larry. Shout out to Larry, by the way. His show's right after mine, so I don't want to go overboard with time in here. It's only 30 minutes in. I still got another 30. I mean, they don't even teach much about paying bills either. They just want you to learn a bunch of letters and numbers and don't really tell you what those letters and numbers means. Like, how many classes really teach you about interest and taxes and all that? That's nice. When I got my license, I didn't have to do that shit. I just straight went, took my test, took my written test, and that was it. I got my license. I didn't even have to drive at the copper. Not at all. Well, thank you for the compliment, Rebecca. Thank you for the compliment. It is my pilot episode after all. I'm trying to do a decent job, so maybe I'll get another Wednesday. Who knows? Maybe I get my own show. There's no days of the week that really rhyme with mid names, so who knows? See, I had a parallel park to get my permit, but I didn't have to do it again for my license. But some of these, I don't know if you've ever watched YouTube and heard of their epic fail compilations or their custom mistakes compilations. But this is a video of people that definitely should not be allowed to own cars. And now, a couple of these things that I've seen in this video might work for like a little what you call jerry rig situation, where if you broke something on the side of the road, it might work temporarily, but bloody hell, don't keep fucking doing it. Do not keep fucking doing it. Do not leave it like that for you to bust your vehicle on the road later, get yourself or someone else hurt. That's for damn sure. There was just an incident not too far from me of somebody not securing a load on a trailer. It fell off the trailer and killed a pregnant woman and her kid that was in the car with her. You definitely do not want to be messing around when you drive big vehicles like that. Safety's paramount, people. So here we go with our next video. Again, sorry for the frame rates. I don't know why it's so shitty over here. But look at this piece right here. And for those of you who may not know or may not be mechanically inclined, yes, this is this is definitely crazy. That might work for a temporary situation, but do not keep your vehicle like that, please. Just tying your suspension together like that to your, which it looks like a failed ball joint. Yeah, if you're going to have a steering wheel cover, do not have it on loose like that. Hard to turn. Well, maybe take some of those bloody stuffed animals off your steering wheel. That's some pretty country ingenuity there. Not sure it would work in southern U.S. heat though. That thing would be melted. Oh, look at that patch job. That's what that is. It's a patch job. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to turn the sound on for this chick, because you got to hear this chick. For real. I'm going to represent that screen with the sound on, because you got to hear the sound on that one.
I don't know.
I have a question. How are we breathing in cars? Because, like, there's no air holes in a car, and, like, you shut your doors, so, like, how does the oxygen, like, get in? And there's, like, no law to, like, open your window every 5 minutes, so, like, how do you breathe in a car?
By fucking breathing. That's how you do it. By simply fucking breathing. And she looks old enough. She's definitely been in vehicles a few times in her life. I don't even know why that's questioned. That is like some bullshit TikTok stuff right there. This is why TikTok was banned for a bit. Stay away from TikTok, please, people. There's more to life than doing stupid challenges on TikTok or burning your brains there. There are plenty of holes in cars. I agree. There are plenty of ways you can breathe in a car. let's watch a few more. Zip tying your safety latch there. Nice.
Custom.
Oh, pretty sure this isn't normal. But hey, at least you can buckle up your seatbelt for safety.
What the bloody hell?
But at least the brakes aren't almost metal to metal and leaking. Thank God. And at least you can see where you're going. Oh, wait, there's no headlight.
Okay, can somebody tell me if this thing here is important or not? Because I'm about to cut it off. I'm tired of it hitting me in the foot every day.
That would be your bloody OBD2 sensor. You kind of need that. That's for your vehicle diagnostics. Something goes wrong in a vehicle, there's a nice nifty little device that plugs into there and tells you exactly what's wrong with your car. But if you want to be a shit driver and want to sit there like a bloody idiot when something else goes off, yes, please, Nightman, yes. By all means, cut off the OBD2 port. Go on and cut that off. See, there's some bloody idiots out there on the road. I'm definitely willing to roast people that can't even take care of their own cars like that. Have some basic knowledge. We've had these ever since 1996, people. That's longer than some of these twats have been alive. Okay, that was almost impressive. Now that is a huge safety risk.
Customer said after the oil change, they had no oil pressure. They left the freaking bag on the filter.
I grabbed my 13 millimeter wrench and.
Okay. What's the first thing you do when you buy packaged food, right? You cut the plastic. You take the food out. You take said food out of the plastic and you cook said food if it needs cooking. When you buy a packaged oil filter and it's got plastic on it like that, you cut the bloody plastic off of it before you put it on. That's a quick way to kill your bloody engine. Quick way to kill your bloody engine. Oil starvation has got to be probably one of the most primary vehicle problems regarding engines. I'm sure Nightman there, being very calm inclined, can confirm that there. Nightman's a good mate, by the way. He definitely knows his car stuff. That's another man that you can go to right there if you got issues with your car. Highly recommend.
I'm not sure if I want to be pressed or I don't know. I just don't know.
Okay, I cannot fault that. I mean, if it's not leaking and it makes your oil changing a bit easier, then I can't fault that. Honestly can't. It may look ridiculous, but it works.
Huh.
Wow, that was ironic. Talking about his brakes are good and is your insurance. And he goes straight to the brakes, and the brakes look like utter shit. But clearly, that's false advertising there, mate. I can already tell this guy's got the wrong brake lines. simple diagnostic issues there. This is why mechanics get the money that they get, and why sometimes, I can say sometimes, they have the right to charge for the work that they do. The customer's bloody Tahoe or Suburban, it looked like, or maybe even an Escalade, did not want to latch close, and all he did was take the bloody glasses out. That is it. Simple as that. Well, that'll be it for this video. I don't want to take up too much of the time with this. If you want to see some more roast videos, though, oh, an Escalade, so I did get one of the three. I should have known from the fancier interior there. But, hope you enjoyed some of that. I know some guys like to watch that. I guess you can say that was like a Rex's Riff Tracks version. I don't know if you've heard of Riff Tracks, but they're an awesome group of people that watch very shitty movies, and then they basically do voiceovers, and it makes the movies way more watchable. Look up Riff Tracks Rotor. Rotor is basically like a shitty redesign of both RoboCop and the Terminator. You definitely got to see it. Even the Twilight movies are hilarious with it. So next segment is dad jokes. So if you're a dad out there, you might recognize some, you might not. But I put on a lot of looks to try to look up some stuff for this, so I hope you like them. So, first joke. Why do golfers have extra pairs of socks on them? In case they get a hole in one. Nothing. Okay, I got some laughs there. Only because I pushed the button for it. Here's another one. If a man says he'll do it, he'll do it. No need to remind him every 6 months. So, yes. I actually have this problem at home right now. People saying they'll do something and then months go by and it's still not done. But then again, I guess there's a little past because it's summertime and summertime sucks. This bloody heat wave right here is killer. And because I'm always constantly wearing this bloody black shirt, it sucks even more. But that's my style and I don't care. A man will spend 3 hours fixing something that wasn't broken just because he bought a new tool. How many people out there can agree with that? You go out to an auto parts store or you go to Amazon and you buy a tool that you've always wanted to buy. And then you go out to the garage and you just look for an excuse to use that tool. Just absolutely look for an excuse to use that tool. You'll like find a reason, whether it's broken or not. Whether it's just to unscrew a bolt, whether it's to unlatch something to test out something, whether it's to plug a new device in just to see if it works before you fully wired it in. See, not many knows. Oh, here's another one for the regarding kids here. I told my kids I'm not old. I'm seasoned like a cast iron skillet. Well, that's a bloody new one. I definitely haven't heard that one before. Yeah, but see, Nightmare, at least you get to do two fun things. You get to finally calm that noisy wheel hub, and you get to use your new tool. And a torque wrench is definitely one of the new ones you need there. Because certain parts require certain torque spec. If you don't torque it in right, you're going to be like that bloody kid in that video earlier, with his bloody wheel falling off the front, and he falls right on his face. Get a rad road rash scar there from that. My kid asked why I always carry a pocket knife. I said because you never know when you need to open a box or assert dominance. Wow. Yeah, that's a way to get the coppers over. Yeah, the moment you pull a knife out and it ain't warranted, oh, you will get warranted. All right, there will be a warrant for your arrest, kind of warranted. My daughter said I don't need that many tools. I told her that's exactly what someone who doesn't understand greatness would say. Wow, that is a way to rip on your daughter there. Oh yes, Butcher. We all know that great man, the good old Crocodile Dundee himself. It's not a knife, mate. This is a knife. All right, and that's some dad jokes there. If you got a dad joke, feel free to say it in the comments there. I will gladly repeat it. I'm always willing to learn something new and share something new with other viewers out there. And again, thank you to all our viewers for tuning in to Rex's first show. I actually got asked about my accent though. And you know what I say? Because chicks love accents. It's the truth. Go over and oh yep, I've seen that one. Kid goes up to you, says, I'm thirsty. You can go, hi thirsty, I'm dad. Yep, definitely true. I totally lost my train of thought. Good job, Rex. Good job. Anyways, life hacks is my next segment here. I think we're on a pretty good pace here. Life hacks. The 5-minute reset. When life feels loud, step outside for 5 minutes. No phone, no talking, just breathe. Men underestimate how much clarity comes from shutting up the world for a moment. Or shutting out the world for a moment. So yeah, go outside. Just enjoy the weather. Hopefully it isn't hot, because then you're going to be sweating balls when you go back inside. And I'm sure the men out there know that that can suck in the summertime too. The shirt upgrade. Ironing is optional. A black button up fixes everything. Dates, meetings, family drama, label drama. It's a cheat code of men's fashion. I mean, can you bloody look at me? I'm wearing a black button up shirt. I would be like the complete representation of that life hack right there. And it works out for me. I wear this bloody thing for everything. The don't argue hungry rule. Never debate, confront, or make big decisions when you're starving. A hungry man is basically a toddler with a beard. I mean, not all men have beards, so I guess some are just toddlers. I got a little bit of a beard. It's not much, but it's enough. And sometimes the ladies dig the scruff. Yeah, that is true, Nightmoon. And yes, I agree, Rebecca. All them summertime people, I hope they're outside roasting right now. The car check habit. Once a week, check your tires and your oil. Not because you're a mechanic, but because you're a grown man who doesn't want to be stranded like a bloody clown. I totally agree. I hit on this earlier with some of them fail compilations there with them cars. It does not take but like 5 minutes to check your oil. Lift your engine hood. You pull out the little dipstick, give it a little wipe with a shop towel or a white paper towel. You dip it back in, you pull it out after like a second or two. And then, boom, right there. Just make sure it's at level and it's the right color. Jack stands are very important, and do not get them from Harbor Freight. You might as well buy your bloody jack stands from Temu. Sorry about that, Chrissy. I heard you talking about the NHS earlier, and I definitely feel it for you, mate. The fix one thing rule. Every week, Fix one small thing in your life: a loose cabinet, a messy drawer, a broken habit. Small wins build big confidence. You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. Go and you fix something, that loose screw that's been causing that squeak, a little squeaking the door hinges whenever you're opening your door, like to your home and whatnot. Just pull the little latch out of there. Just put some grease on it and then hammer it back in. Yes, Temu does carry jack stands, and people legit order from them. It's a sad world. I mean, you've seen the customer states compilation, and this isn't even breaking it. I played like, what, 3 minutes and 12 seconds of it, and there are hours upon hours of fails out there. Well, that was it for the life hacks. Got about 8.5 minutes here left of the show. I'm going to try to blow through with some relationship advice. Rule number 1, the texting truth. If she says we need to talk, a man's soul will leave his body for at least 3 to 5 business days. Yeah, a lot of times you say that we need to talk thing, you know some truth bombs are about to come out there. This is why communication is the key, people. Rule number 2, the compliment combo. Always give 2 compliments, one real and one about her hair. Even if she didn't change it, she did spiritually. Yes, anxiety level 10,000. Yep, 10,000. Wow. The grocery gamble. If she sends you to the store, you will fail. No matter how simple the list is, you will return with the wrong brand, the wrong size, and somehow a bloody rotisserie chicken. I honestly can't remember where I got a lot of these rules from, but that's funny. What's up with the bloody rotisserie chicken there? I mean, I'll love me some rotisserie chicken. The silent signal. If she says I'm fine, she's not fine, and you are in danger. Proceed with snacks. What does Steve Irwin always say? Danger, danger, danger. That should set off the sirens in your head if she says I'm fine. Exactly, Night Moon. See, if you fail, at least you brought a meal. I guess that could be the rotisserie chicken reason there. Larry, snacks fix everything. That's how ladies are. Especially their favorite snack. Keyword, their favorite snack. The thermostat treaty. A man does not control the thermostat. He only negotiates the terms of survival. Ladies are very temperature sensitive. You mess with that thermostat, she will know about it. She will know about it. Absolutely. A 1 to 2 degree temperature difference, and if she comes at you looking angry and sweaty, that'll soon be you pretty soon, but in a different way. You about to get it, mate. The shoe situation. If she asks which shoes look better, the correct answer is both, because if you choose one, you have chosen violence. I don't quite know about that one. The TV truce. If she starts a show without you, it's betrayal. But if you start a show without her, it's a war crime. Yeah, it depends on the show. Like, if it's something you two agreed upon, and one of you starts watching it before, yeah, I can kind of see that. What can I say? I'm a man that loves shoes. But particular brands, though. The apology advantage. Even when you're right or you're wrong, but if you apologize first, you automatically win spiritually. All right, got 5 minutes here, but I'm almost done. The car compensation curse. Arguments in the car hit 40% harder because you can't storm off. You can only stare out the window like you're in a sad music video. That is absolutely true. What are you going to do, jump out the highway? The snack security protocol. Always keep her favorite snack in the house. It is not food, it's relationship insurance. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. Nightmoon got censored. Wow. Welcome to the club, Nightmoon. All right. Now, I was going to do a movie or show spotlight, but I'm going to talk about just one movie. What was the last movie you have seen in a theater? Now, the last one I saw was Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair. And I took it as a challenge to watch all 4.5 hours of it without leaving my seat at all for the intermission. Yes, there is an intermission in between where Kill Bill Part 1 would have ended, and then Part 2 would have begun. And if you haven't seen it, you need to. That's all I'll say. There are some changes, some additional stuff that wasn't released with the originals, and if you're a Quentin Tarantino fan, you had already seen it. It's on Amazon Prime right now, I think. So there you go. So some closing words. Being a man today isn't about pretending you're made of steel. It's about knowing you can bend without breaking. You carry pressure, expectations, responsibilities, and half the time you do it without anyone noticing. But that doesn't make you weak, that makes you solid. You're allowed to grow, you're allowed to change, and you're allowed to become better than the man you were yesterday. Your worth isn't measured by how perfect you are. It's measured by how you show up, how you handle your business, and how you keep pushing even when life tries to knock you off your path. You've got value, you've got purpose, and you've got more strength in you than you give yourself credit for. Stand tall, stay focused, and remember you're building something, and every step forward counts. So I hope some of you blokes out there take that. And even some of the shielas out there, all you ladies, you can definitely take that. The 3 M's that you can use to be in full control of your life: mind, money, and mouth. Controlling your mind. You are in control of your own thoughts. You control your actions, which leads right into mouth. You're in full control of what you say. You really got to think about what you say too. You get in an anger fit, you say the wrong things, that can end your career. That can get you arrested. That can end a relationship. I know it can be hard sometimes, but that's another thing. And then money. Put some money away. Even if it's like $2, that is something a little bit something they teach you. Well, at least they taught me in school. Even if it's like $2 a month or something, it'll add up over time. And as for my closing words, fellas, that's basically going to wrap it up tonight. So remember, with whatever you're facing, you're not alone in it. You've got more strength, more value, and more potential than you give yourself credit for. Keep your head up and keep your standards high. Keep building the man you're meant to be. Take care of your mind, take care of your responsibilities, and take care of the people who actually do show up for you. Today's topic was about betrayal, after all. Do not hang around people that are willing to stab you in the back over stupid shit. Thanks to all our viewers for tuning in and for your story submissions. And thank you to everybody in the comments that was keeping it engaged. And not even talking about the Doritos and the Boston cream pies. Wow. All right. Yep, definitely got to cut that negativity out your life. You don't need it. If somebody is being bloody toxic, then they can get the fuck out the way. Like Swain Family Record says, if you ain't moving how we move, and move the fuck out the way. The Swain Family Records Network. Gotta bloody love that catchphrase there. And if you got a submission yourself, send it to rexvaynedomain@yahoo.com. And I just might feature it on the next episode as long as the pilot survives. Hopefully it does, because I kind of like this. I get to be a little researchy and look up all these things and have some fun with you guys and be able to roast people for dumb shit. Hopefully it was as manly as you expected. If not, it is what it is. I'll catch you next time, hopefully right here in the Rex Vayne domain. Don't know whether it's going to be next Wednesday or any other day, but stay tuned for more details. So for now, I will use these final words. Larry, toxic is not for the win. You don't want toxicity in your life. And see, the thing is, You need to cut that out as soon as you say it, because if you endure it thinking it's going to change, it's not. Cut that shit out your life. Pull out that vaccination shot of life and drive away that shit, man. Oh, I've heard about his story. And he's got some bloody good music for it too. If you haven't heard the Noe Boys, especially his show's after mine, but they're doing a battle after this. Mike Rogers and Blacktop Jimmy. That's going to be a fun battle there. Yeah, maybe that can be a new Swain Family Records line right there. If you're being toxic, cut that shit out. All right. So hopefully you didn't mind my talking, interacting, roasting, etc. And even my what's called what I've been told is a shitty Australian accent. But hey, as I said, chicks dig accents, even if it just sounds remotely right. Anywho's, final words here. Stay solid, stay focused, and please stay true to yourself. And as I've heard in other shows, do not neglect your outlets. Do not neglect your outlets. Oh, I definitely love a good Rex roast. That can definitely happen in every episode. I definitely plan on making that a permanent segment. And if you have something I should be roasting, send me a link to it. Again, rexvaynedomain@yahoo.com. Exactly how you see it above, just without the. Absolutely. 988 is the crisis line in the US. And if you don't live in the US, please look it up in your country. And with that said, I will close out. Shout out to Noe Boys. Shout out to the other shows. Kingdom Sound on Sundays at 6. Monday we got Unfiltered and Apologetic at 7 with Kay and Yetta. Then we got Metal Monday at 9 p.m. All these are Central Standard Time. Metal Monday at 9 p.m. Whole bunch of craziness on that show too. Definitely unfiltered. No rules on that one. And that stream goes on for as long as they want, pretty much. Must be nice. Tuesday's got Mayday. Well, no, right before we got Talking with Tanya and Beth. And then we have Metal... See, I can't even bloody speak right now. So we're Talking with Tanya and Beth, and then afterwards is May. Maybe I'm thinking of Metal May. I've been told we're trying to get May Moulton into metal music. And I hope it happens. Wednesday, I don't know if I'm going to be here next week, but we'll see. And if I am, it'd be at 7 p.m. Then we have the Noe Boys at 9 p.m. with their show. Awesome group of blokes there. Thursdays, we have the Comedy Club. And we might have a new show starting up on Thursdays. Been told it's more kid-friendly oriented. Don't know too many details on that yet, but stay tuned for that. Oh, we also have Poetry Night at 8 p.m. That's right, Poetry Night. So if you're into that stuff, I'm definitely not. I know Rex Vayne Domain sounds kind of poetic, but it is what it is. Friday at 12 noon. Sorry. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. The Comedy Club, going back to that, is a free event. They're talking about retail or service industry. So if you work in restaurant, delivery driver, etc., definitely listen to some funny tunes there. Friday is our Top 1 Global Sound Countdown at 12 noon, 5 p.m. UK time. Shout out to the blokes over there. And the good bloke that hosts that show as well, Chrissy G. 8 p.m. Central, new member community spotlight. So if you're a new guy, go to that show. Go get your stuff out there. Go get seen to the world. I mean, I came out shitty accent and all, but I'm trying. Give It a Vision Challenge Battle the World hosted by Day Day at 9 p.m. So Friday's pretty lit there. Saturday, Fantasy Fiction with Rebecca Mills and Omega Night Moon. Right here in the comments that's been commenting with us. Shout out to you too. And shout out to Butcher too, because him and Clayton are comedy night hosts. So look for those guys on Thursdays as well. Midnight Confessions at 10 p.m. The Spicy Pineapple Show. Definitely huge shout out to Dirty Diana and Dante. Dante is a good bloke as well. They definitely talk about some interesting things out there. That's Swain Family Records After Dark, essentially. Sunday, we also have Global Sound Origins with our OGP Swain exclusively on YouTube. That's at 12 p.m. Central Time. And again, Kingdom Sound at 6 p.m. And they're doing prompt wars, so they send you the prompt and you got to make a song on that prompt. So you really got to get creative there. So fun stuff. Lots of fun activities in Swain Family Records. So now that I got all that, it is past my show time. So hope you enjoyed it. Please, submit some stories. Submit anything. You got a guy problem, submit it to rexvaynedomain@yahoo.com, and I will add it to the next week's list. I'll definitely post in the group for you guys. Or if you're one of the ladies too and you got an issue with your guy, feel free to post that too. All right, everyone. Stay solid, stay focused, and stay true to yourself. Rex Vayne Domain out.
They told you to wait your turn. Told you you weren't big enough. Told you to keep posting and hope somebody notices. But what if you didn't have to wait anymore? Welcome to Swain Family Records. This is not just a platform. This is a movement. A movement where independent artists finally have a voice. Not just through their music, but through their story. Here, artists don't just press play. They get interviewed first. They speak. They introduce themselves. They share their journey before their music is even heard. So when the song drops, the fans don't just hear it. They feel it. They connect with the artist behind the sound. This is deeper than streams. This is real connection. Live music battles, live interviews, real exposure, real relationships, and now, real money. Starting Saturdays, fans and supporters can connect directly with artists live, purchase their music, buy their merch, and support them directly. No middleman, no gatekeepers, no waiting, just artist to fan, direct, authentic, powerful. This is where fans don't just listen, they engage. They support, they decide. Whether you're an artist, a fan, or a supporter, there is a place for you here. Join the movement at our main hub on Facebook, Swain Family Records Music Competitive Arena. And if you're not a member yet, you can still watch us live on Twitch at OGPSWayne99 or on YouTube at Swain Family Records. This is bigger than music. This is a culture shift. Swain Family Records, the UFC of music. Join the movement or get left behind.